Okay, welcome. Hi everybody. I'm Vicki. I am the social media ambassador for Syrinscape, and you're here on the Syrinscape channel, so thank you for tuning in. This is SoundSet Roulette. Let me tell you a little bit about Syrinscape if you don't know about us already. I know that most of you here do, but just in case, we are a sound app that makes all of the official content for the Dungeons & Dragons RPG, as well as Pathfinder, Starfinder, Call of Cthulhu, and Cyberpunk Red. So if you want to get some awesome sounds, some epic sounds for your epic games, then go ahead and check us out. There is a free trial, a 30-day free trial over on Syrinscape.com, so go and grab yourself a free trial. And if you stick around for the rest of the show, then I will show you how to use the master interface, which is what you get if you become a super siren. So with that 30-day free trial, you can come and make your own custom sound sets, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Tabletop Misfits says, just purchased a couple of weeks ago. Amazing. Well, if you want to stick around, if you've got any questions, if you want to learn how to build your own custom sound sets, we're going to be doing that today. We're going to just build a random sound set with the help of the audience, and we have a lot of fun doing it. But today here you can also find out about our latest releases, including what we have released recently, what's coming this week, and what's coming soon. Tabletop Misfits says, that's what I'm here to learn. Excellent. Well, I will hopefully give you a good intro to doing that, and if you have any questions as we go, or if you want me to show you something specific, or you want to know how to do something specific, just ask. And thank you for that follow there as well. We also do community highlights on this show. So as the social media ambassador here, I'm all about engaging with the community, engaging with you guys, and this is why I created this show, just for you, because I wanted to engage with you and show off some of the community highlights. So that's just the stuff that you've shared with me, like your Syrinscape setups and some of your best answers to my Monday posts that I put out as well. So we'll be doing those, and then we'll get onto the main bulk of the show, which is SoundSet Roulette, where I'm going to spin my pretty wheels and make I say quick sound set. Last week's took us an hour. I aim to make a quick sound set on the fly with no prep at all, but hopefully some help from you guys as well. So stick around. The show is about an hour long. I try to keep it within that hour, but sometimes, like last week, I got overly excited and we ended up going for an hour and a half. So naughty Vicki, naughty, slap on the wrist. But let's get on with some updates, shall we? And hopefully we'll try and keep within the hour this week. Okay, latest releases from us. If you did not know, if you are a Super Siren or a D&D subscriber or a fantasy subscriber or a sci-fi subscriber, whatever subscription level you are at, we release new stuff every week. And you may not know about it if you're not following us on our socials, or you don't get our newsletter. I mean, first off, excuse me, go and follow us on all of the socials. Just kidding, you don't have to. But if you are not doing that, then you probably don't know about all the great content that we've released recently. I Roll Ones has just popped in. Hello, welcome, thank you for being here again. So latest releases, we have released Pathfinder, Strength of Thousands Chapter 3, which was Hurricane's Howl. We also released The World Beyond the Witchlight, a Feywild Adventure Part 2, and we released D&D Basilisk Battle sound set. So we're kind of all over the place. We're releasing a bit of everything. We're covering all bases, which is really nice. This week we're releasing Call of Cthulhu, the Two-Headed Serpent Chapter 5, which is Iceland. So again, very wintry, very of the season. We're currently in the middle of a storm here, an approaching storm, so the whole Iceland sound set is probably going to be great for that coming up. Coming soon, we've got some bonus content for The World Beyond the Witchlight, and we've got D&D Rumour Has. I hope that I have pronounced that right. It's either Rumour Has or Rumour Has. Battle sound set, so that's coming up for D&D as well. And we're just winding down our production at the moment because we're coming into Christmas, of course, so things are slowing down a little bit as we prepare to take a little break, but the full production will resume in the new year. What about Iceland? Iceland is the 5th chapter that we're releasing for the Two-Headed Serpent this week. So it's very wintry and all of that. And as we're heading into winter and we've got an approaching storm here, I think the Iceland sound set is probably going to be Perfect for this week. So those are our releases. That's what we've released recently. What's coming up this week and coming soon. Oh, you're from Iceland. Wicked. Well, give our Iceland SoundSet a whirl. Let us know if we've hit the nail on the head or not. Okie dokie. Community highlights. This is one of my favourite parts of the show. This is where I get to share stuff from you guys. So I trawl the internet and I go around looking for people who've shared pictures of themselves using Syrinscape, either on Reddit or in the Facebook groups or on Discord, anywhere that people share their photos. This one, it was shared by Mental Moose over on Reddit, and they're preparing to run their game and they've got Syrinscape running in the background. This is a very slick setup, but I'd like to share these every Friday, so I love to share your photos, and I'm very, very nosy. I just love to see how people are using Syrinscape. I love to see behind the screen because I'm usually a player, so I usually don't get to see what goes on behind the DM screen, so I'm very nosy. I love to see how people are using it. Some people are high-tech, some people are low-tech, some people are using it online, some people are using it offline. However you're using Syrinscape, I would love to see it. I just need to take a little drink there. I've been speaking too quickly because I'm excited for today. I've got some hot ginger tea, perfect for this weather. Okay, so I love to see how people use Syrinscape in their setup. So if you are preparing for your game, whether you're doing a bit of game prep, some sound set prep, if you're running your game, whatever you're doing with Syrinscape, as long as you've got Syrinscape open, take a little picture. I would love to see it. If you want to share that with us on Twitter or Instagram, use the hashtag Syrinscape setup. You can even share that on our forums. Share it wherever you like. I'll probably find it anywhere. I'll probably stumble across it at some point, but I would love to show it off during our Syrinscape setup posts. That would be amazing. So I share them on a Friday and then I share them over here on a Tuesday. So that is the Syrinscape setup. I also have this. I put these out every Monday. I do a different one every Monday, just as a way to engage with you at the start of the week. And these keep me going for the whole week because I tend to just get responses all the way throughout the week. So this really keeps me going when I see your responses, and I always like to share some of the best ones or the funniest ones. This week was a little bit different. So I posted this last Tuesday, so just after Thanksgiving, where you'd all had a weekend of being thankful for things and grateful for things. So I wanted to know why you were thankful for TTRPGs, and I think there's a lot to be, I personally feel like there's a lot to be thankful for when it comes to gaming in general. So I was prepared to feel heartwarmed and all fuzzy inside from your guys' answers, and some of them were really, really lovely. iRoll1 says, my campaign starts in January. My players are really excited about my soundsets. Yes, get in. Are you allowed to tell us what campaign you're playing, what setting you're playing in? Okay, so I'm thankful for TTRPGs because, so these are the responses we got. I started with the D&D basic red box as a 7th grader, and instead of joining a satanic cult, TTRPGs helped me stay out of trouble and kept me interested in school, and I think that's fantastic. I think it's great, like, as an educational tool as well. I do think gaming in general is a great educational tool. Here we go, our friends at Cyber Nation Uncensored. Sorry, Rob. Nearly got your old name there. Cyber Nation Uncensored said, I met amazing people like you. And I don't think that Rob means me, per se. I think that Cyber Nation Uncensored means Syrinscape as a whole, because Cyber Nation Uncensored does do our Cyberpunk Red shows on a Thursday here, and we love having him and his cast over on this channel. T says, evening. Hi T, welcome in. Lone Jedi says, my 2 groups have just started a 2-week break from our weekly games, and that'll give me time to prep some new sound sets for both. That's awesome. So you're taking a nice break over the Christmas break. Also, you are included in Awesome People, I bet. I don't know. I think that Rob means Syrinscape as a whole, but that was lovely to read as well. We also got this one, which I thought was great. It's allowed me to create multiple worlds and stories contributed up by friends both old and new, steering stories and characters in unexpected and interesting directions. And I think that is a massive one for tabletop role-playing games, isn't it? Just that shared experience, making friends, meeting new people who have shared interests and are generally like-minded. Like we're all just a bunch of nerds, aren't we? So we're all kind of wanting the same thing from a game usually, and it's nice to see people come together for a shared experience and a shared story, and to create that world together as well. I think that's really, really lovely. They helped me develop social skills that I wouldn't have been successful without, and I think that's also a massive one. Definitely helps with social skills, helps you with negotiation, helps you with creative thinking as well. I just can't say enough about gaming in general, whether that's TTRPGs or board games or video games or any kind of games that you're playing with other people, but particularly TTRPGs. I think that negotiation and trying to think on your feet, and actually even like thinking about failure, like if you fail a role, like if you failed something in real life, you'd probably take it much more harshly than if you fail in game. It's kind of like almost you can kind of style it out a bit more, so it's kind of dealing with failure as well. So and interacting with lots of different people, some of which are usually very big characters or controversial characters. I just love it. I think it's fantastic. And this one, I think we can all agree, D&D got me through 2020. I think, again, gaming in general and streaming in general, gaming in general, playing role-playing games was a big part of 2020. Certainly kept me sane, so that was fantastic. Master Allen says, playing and running TTRPGs for over 30 plus years has made me a better writer and filmmaker. That's fantastic. Also, welcome in, your first time here, so thank you so much. That's fantastic. I'd love to know more about that. A lifelong passion for words, stories and creativity. That's also fantastic. And they've given me an exciting freelancing career. And I think actually that's true for a lot of people as well. Like, especially in recent years, I think, especially doing more of the online stuff and streaming as well, like that can open up a lot of doors. And I think, I personally don't think that I would be where I am without getting into TTRPGs and also streaming, and without the pandemic and having to work from home and sort of do all of that. So I think that's fantastic. 30 years is impressive. Wow, playing and running games for over 30 years. That's amazing. That's incredible. Oh my god. Wow. That's amazing. Right, so that's everything that we've done for the community highlights there. So now we get to go on to this thing, and if it's your first time here, this is the main bulk of the show. This is what we're going to spend the next 40 minutes or so creating. This is SoundSet Roulette. So these are my roulette wheels. I'm very, very proud of them. We are going to roll these 3 wheels, which will give us a random, I'm calling them environmental effects now. I usually call them weather effects, but we've added in some stuff like, you can see their night and humidity, and there's things like volcanic eruptions, which aren't necessarily weather, but they are environmental factors. So we've got an environmental factors wheel closest to me here. In the middle there, we have got some environments, some settings, and on the very end there, and I haven't taken Manticore off because it's become kind of a running joke now that we always pray that the Manticore will not come up, but it might come up, and I keep saying I'm going to take it off and I never do. So let's just roll with it. Literally, let's just roll with it. But that very end one there is enemy encounters, so we're going to roll those, and then with your guys' help, I'm going to make a random sound set. So I'll need advice on music and sounds, things that you think we would hear. And I think next week I'm thinking about doing a festive edition. I don't know if we'll do wheels or whether we'll just freestyle it. Freestyle festive next week, perhaps. Let me just take a quick another drink before we dive into that. Also, if you have channel points, you could re-spin some of these wheels if you want to, so get those re-spins ready. Let's interact with these. Where do I get the roulette? This looks exciting. So I made this roulette. This isn't something that you guys can, I mean, you guys can do it. It's called, what is it called? Let me see, just a second. Flippity. It's called a Flippity randomizer. So if you go onto the Flippity website, not associated with this, obviously, if you go onto the Flippity website, you can probably make your own roulette. And I was very happy with these. This would be great for inspiration and one-shots. You can totally make one of your own. Yeah, they have a randomizer on their website. I Roll One says festive sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, we can definitely try to do a festive one next week. Only 30 years. When I was young, we used to climb uphill both ways, past dinosaurs to play our weekend games with only 3 dice and 2 monsters. Wowzers, trousers. Master Alan says the Flippity randomizer sounds so British. Well, I am very British. Let me just take another drink and then we're going to randomise these things, okay? So we're going to do weather effects first, or environmental effects first. And they do spin. Look at this. Check this out. We've got some heavy rain. Heavy rain. Where is that heavy rain going to happen? This is very random as well, because if we get heavy rain in an asylum, that could be fun. A magical forest! I think our Feywild stuff is going to go really well here. So anything from the World Beyond the Witchlight, I think would work really well here. And let's see what we're going to... Watch it be the Manticore. Watch it be the Manticore. This is already really good, I know. Whoa, then what's it going to be though? Oh my god, this works so well, you guys. Yes. I couldn't have asked for a better sound set. Woohoo! Heavy rain in a magical forest with a treant. Wow. I couldn't have planned this. This is going to be great. So I don't want any rerolls. Please don't respin my wheels. These are perfect. Before anyone can get a reroll in, I'm going to flip to this. Heavy rain in a magical forest. Good spins, not a manticore in sight. I know, I'm so happy. So let me just put this search away. This is the beta. So here is the master interface. So this looks really scary right now. It's just so super black and there's nothing happening in there. It's really quite intimidating and I get it. I totally do. This is the master interface. This is where we're going to make our custom sound set. As you can see, before I ever did any SoundSet Roulette, I tested this 3 times and we have done 8 episodes already. So this is going to be episode 9. So do not worry, I'm a pro at this now, a pro. No, I'm not. What I would say is that I make my sound sets the way I make them. It may not even be necessarily the right way or the best way, but you will find the best way for you. I'm just here to give you the basics. Okay, so it looks really scary. What you will probably be seeing if you have the master interface open, you can see the property inspector, you can see the library, you can see the sample inspector as well. We're not going to use those, we're going to use the search, which is in beta at the moment. It's a new function, so don't worry if you don't have this. You can opt into it in your account. So if you go into your account where you would usually log in, you can actually opt into experimental features at the bottom. So if you want to come and test the search beta, we would love to have you in the beta. Come and test it. It's a great way of filtering things, and I'm going to show you how to use that today. But otherwise, you can search for things in the library. You can either search for samples or you can search for elements. What the search beta gives you is just a bit of extra filtering. So you can filter by fantasy mood, you can filter by D&D mood, you can filter by sci-fi moods, you can even filter by official content or community created content. And then you can, I always just filter basically by moods, by music, by sound effects, and sometimes by one-shots as well. So you can filter the type of file you want to listen to. So it's really, really worth getting in on the beta for this. But first of all, before we do any of that, we want to create a new sound set. So what we do is we go to the top here, click this plus, and I always make mistakes as we go. So, you know, there's no like perfect, foolproof way. It's just, you will find your way of doing it. As soon as we do that, this thing here called elements opens up, don't worry about that, and global one shots opens up, don't worry about that either. You can also make these a little smaller or a bit medium or very large. I like to have them on medium. I've actually got my page zoom all the way up to 130% just so that you guys can see it better, but usually I'd have it at about 90% and I'd have the buttons as large. And they're on a touchscreen tablet right next to me. So what's the great thing about that is I can literally, as I'm playing, so I tend, when I'm streaming, so I will stream my games, and when I'm doing that, I will literally press a button. So for example, I would press Force Missile, and you get that, and it's literally at my fingertips. It's so cool. My favourite one is the Fireball, the fire spell there. A sad trombone is my favourite. I love sad trombone. When people fail their check or they die, because I play a lot of fighting fantasy and people always die in fighting fantasy. That is predominantly what I stream. People die all the time and I give them a sad trombone. It's great. Anyway, but it literally is at my fingertips because it's all on a touchscreen tablet. But what we want to do is we want to go to here, Untitled, and we want to go to Properties because we want to give our sound set a name. And this is going to be SoundSet Roulette episode 9. Treant Battle? Fantasy Treant Battle. It never ends up being that in the end, but we just need to name it something. Okay. So we can put the property inspector away for now. So I think what I'm going to do is just click into it. So it opens this. You'll see elements and moods. Don't do anything at the moment. We're going to go straight into search. And we're probably going to have a look at some Witchlight stuff. We're doing a magical forest with heavy rain. I want my magical forest first. So let's get some Witchlight stuff on the go. And the Witchlight stuff is like some of my absolute favourite stuff that we've made recently. So I'm definitely just going to go into Witchlight. Haha! And if you haven't heard this stuff yet, then you're in for a treat. I actually haven't listened to a lot of the Feywild Part 2 yet. I sort of didn't want to ruin it for myself, but also I love the first one so much. Anyhow, let's go for moods because we want to create our first mood. So let's have a little look. I want to go for general ambience, other fights. We don't want to go for the big top. The feasting orchard, that could be fun. Because we are in a magical forest, the feasting orchard sounds perfect. Let's see what this sounds like. Magical forest. I think that this is pretty damn good already. What do we think? I'm going to add in some extra foresty sounds. Oh, I feel like I'm at a Renfest or something like that. What do we think to this as the start for our magical forest? I think if we have the feast in the forest and then it rains and there's a battle. How do you get the beta features like search? So if you go into your account, so if you go to where you would log in, and then at the very bottom, underneath all your login information, there should be a little tick box that says opt in to experimental features. If you don't see that, then drop me a message. I'll get you all sorted. T says, oh, I'm totally distracted. What, by this beautiful music? Got it. Excited. Wicked. So opt yourself in. You can even, if you want to get this up, you can make something with me if you want to, or you can make something afterwards. Just have a good play with it. Just have a good play. So what I want to do is... Oh, no, we haven't done anything yet. We've not done anything yet. So all I've done is we've got a magical forest. So all I've done is looked for witch lights. So magical forest. Is it raining candies? It could be. It could be. It could be raining. What could it be raining? Like chocolate or gumdrops or something like that. Cool. So I think we're going to set this in the feasting orchard. So I'm going to create a new mood. And I am going to call this mood Magical Forest. Magical Forest. In a forest of candies, the treant could be a giant gingerbread man. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Magical Forest, and I'm going to just save current state. So what that will do is it will copy over all of the elements from the feasting orchard and it will put them into my Magical Forest mode. So that's all that's happened there. So now we have our Magical Forest. So this is like the base that we can build from, which is great. So I'm going to just put my search away for now. I'm going to put the properties away for now. Just enjoy, and I'm just going to think about what else I would like to hear in a Magical Forest. Maybe some like tinkling of wind chimes. I think I would like some wind chimes actually. It's a Magical Forest, isn't it? So if we come out of here, we've gone back into search, but we're going to take that out and we're no longer going to search by moods. We are going to look for wind chimes. Oh my gosh, what have I got on me? I've got a load of pen on my hands. What a mess. And I'm actually going to look for sound effects. Let's just have a little look, shall we? Oh, that's magical. That to me says magic. A little tinkle of wind chimes. So again, I'm just gonna, rather than, I could copy it over with the plus if I wanted to, but I just want to save current state, and that will automatically copy the wind chimes over. But I don't want the wind chimes to be that loud, so I'm just gonna turn them down to about half. Save current state. Oh, lovely. Gorgeous. Right, what else would we find in a Magical Forest, do we think? I love cats, so maybe my Magical Forest would involve cats. What else do you think would be in a Magical Forest? Let's really build out this Magical Forest. I mean, this feasting orchard is beautiful. Oh, lovely. You've got some British tea. Tea also says lynxes are forest cats. I really want to get some cats in here. I think that would be beautiful. And maybe some, like, if we put in some horses, they could be unicorns. What do we think to that? I am like proper in my element. Last week was so different. We did like a Blade inspired one, like a vampire club. And I did actually go and watch Blade afterwards. I watched the club scene twice. Cool, okay, so let's get some... I wonder if we have a unicorn. If not, I will just do... I will just... Oh, we do have a unicorn. A unicorn Winnie? We got a unicorn! Yes! That's actually a bit scary. Oh, let's stick with this unicorn, shall we? Do we have leprechauns? I think leprechauns are not very nice, though. Are leprechauns not a bit evil? Magic is scary, I know, right? How did the Blade Club come out? Well, if you go back and watch the it's now out on YouTube, so if you go and watch the YouTube video from last week, I actually put on some bonus content where I actually did find some perfect music, I think perfect music, for the Vampire Club and the battle. So if you want to go and check that out, it's on our YouTube channel, and I actually called it Murder on the Dance Floor. Now, I don't want to hear people coughing, though, while I'm at a banquet in a forest. So let's see if I can find that coughing sample, because after COVID, I really want to take that out. I think it's in the banquet sounds, perhaps. So let's have a little look at... Does everybody agree that we want to take that out? Because I really don't like that. Do we have a coughing one here? Don't really want people burping either. I think burping isn't very magical. So let's take that out. I'm just going to stop the banquet sounds for now. A disgusting burp. I also don't want that either. Disgusting burps don't belong in a magical forest. Thank you. Coughing sick beggars also don't. No, no. I mean, it works perfect for Wild Beyond the Witchlight because there is something scary going on there, as far as I'm aware. But I don't want coughing and I don't want people burping. I just want nice things, you know, nice things. Beautiful. This is sounding lovely. Oh, I'm going to turn these banquet sounds down slightly. Oh, that's much better. There's no room in my forest for filthy humans. Absolutely not. Damn right, Lone Jedi. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. T, that's actually kind of scary. Surreal forests are always more on the scary side, unless you're making them more like Nordic elves, not Tolkien ones, where they lure you into places and make you dance to death, and then they eat you. Oh god. No, we want a nice magical forest, not like a scary one. This is like, you know, when you were a child and you dreamt of like seeing fairies and stuff like that. It's beautiful. Do we have, what else would we find here? Maybe like some little, there was something that I made and I was like, oh, I can't remember what the sound was. I'm just gonna put in magic and see what comes up. Not horror magic, not horror magic, no. Go away, horror magic. We only want nice ones. And you can see I've used the magical twinkling a lot in my own sound sets. We want nice magic. I've turned into a small child for this one. There would be magic. Oh, no, that's kind of scary too. We don't want scary magic. No. Oh. You think the Treants are... No, the Treants have got to be nasty. The Treants are nasty. The Treants are we're gonna battle them, like... Because the T says more like Treants giving out berries and stuff. And flower crowns. What was I about to look for? I've turned into a small child for this one. We definitely need a bit of rain. So I think what will happen is we're in the magical forest. We're having a lovely afternoon tea, as you do. And then I think it's gonna rain. Yeah, I think the Treants are not nice. Maybe they attack us. Maybe they've been turned. Maybe they're being controlled by something else. Maybe there's unnatural forces that are forcing them to attack us. Maybe they are affected by the rain or something. So we're going to have a lovely magical afternoon tea. And maybe they weren't invited to the party. Maybe this music was annoying them. I don't know. Maybe we've invaded their space and they were about to have a party and then we all showed up. How dare we? Classic revenge plot. Maybe the fairies are involved. Yeah, maybe fairies are involved. I think I was about to look for fairy. I think there's something called fairy magic. Yeah, fairy magic. Is this what I wanted? I think we'll put a bit of fairy magic in. Why not? The Winter Court Revenge. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we definitely need to get some, like, Treants happening. So I think I'm quite happy with our magical forest here. Do we need anything else? I think we need, what else? We're like in a clearing in the forest at the moment. Let's find some forest ambience. Let's have a little look if we can make this a little bit more foresty. Like, what would you, like, a bit of bush movement or tree movement, or do we think that this is sounding like a forest? I mean, it's sounding like a clearing in the woods for sure, right? This is lovely. We've got some heavy rain here. Let us duplicate this mood. And I'm gonna call this raining. So maybe it gets rained off. I think, perhaps. Let's introduce some heavy rain into this. And maybe it's like a massive downpour and like kids start screaming and stuff. That's one thing we're missing, is like children's laughter and stuff. That heavy rain hasn't triggered, so just bear with me a second. I'm gonna go back to Magical Forest. I want to put some like children playing and laughing and stuff. Sounds about right. Children. And again, I'm just keeping it on sound effects. Playing children. Children screaming. We'll get to the children screaming in a bit, I think, when it gets rained off. Why is this not triggering? Having a little bit of an issue here. Magic. Are there enough creatures around? Probably not. But if you've got some wind sprites or spirits. Maybe I could ask for sprites. Sprite wings. Let's have a look for some loops as well. Sprites. Maybe, like, what else would there be? Like, can we get what noise do rabbits make? None? Animals? What sort of creatures and animals do you think we would find? Oh, I love little rabbits. I think I still want to put some cats in there. Is that okay? Cats. There's some cats. It is a magical forest after all. There's got to be cats in the magical forest. I seem to be having a little bit of an issue with the children playing. It says it's highlighted, which means it should be playing, but it's currently not. So I'm just going to take it off and put it back on. Let's see what the timing is like on that as well. Playing children in a forest. Distance is fine. Okay, the delay between samples is fairly long. That's fine. Cats. I'd like some more cats. Okay. Excellent. So we've got that. And every time I make a change, I just save current state. Lots more cats. We don't want lots more cats. Just there is some cats. Maybe I'll put some extra cats in. You're allergic to cats, so you'll abstain from voting. What other creatures and things would you expect to find in this magical forest? We got like elves. Maybe. Like, what else would be here? More birds? Cuckoos? Yeah, they're magical cats, so you wouldn't be allergic to them. There is a new basilisk SoundSet, yes, but do we think do we think that a basilisk would be in a magical forest? Fairy dragons? Yeah, I can definitely look for some fairy dragons. For sure. I think we're getting there, aren't we? Tooth fairies. Are they nice tooth fairies? I don't think they are. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to refresh my tab because tooth fairies are couple. Yeah, I think tooth fairies are supposed to be quite mean, aren't they? The Treants can be defending the forest from the basilisks. We don't have a basilisk in here. I'm just going to refresh my tab so the music may go off for a second. Just bear with. No, it seems to stay on. That's great. Awesome. I think that I'm going to put some like fluttering wings in there, and then it could be anything really. Could be anything, just having a little flyby. Couldn't it? Could be anything, having a little flyby. Some little wings, perhaps. I mean, I think this is sounding nice. I don't think there is enough animals or creatures in here. Everything seems like it's quite far away. I don't feel like we're in it. Do you know what we mean? I feel like it's quite distant. I don't feel like we're in on the action. I feel like we're very much like stood on the outside. Let's get some treants in here. Maybe they don't like the rain. So the storm knocked out my internet just for a second there. It's still, my internet box still has a red light on it, so I do apologise if you lose me, but I appreciate you sticking around. Yeah, 10k gold to resurrect, right? Oh my goodness, that's never happened before. Right, let's have a little look for some treant sapling movement, maybe some whispering. Oh, I quite like the sapling movement. Any treant calls? Ooh, no, we don't want that yet. Well, I mean, this is sounding a little bit nicer. We've got a little bit of movement in there. Sounds a bit more foresty. The internet is a fickle thing. Yeah, that's never happened to me before, where it's kind of just cut off and not reconnected. So that's set me back a little bit. What I'm going to do is, because I've made a couple of changes to this now, just because I've made a couple of little changes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the second mood here. I'm actually going to delete the magical rainforest raining, and we're going to just delete that, and then we're going to duplicate this one again because I need to speed up a little bit now. Okay, so let's duplicate that. And again, we're going to just title it Raining. So that set me back a little bit. So you literally didn't miss anything, so don't worry. But thank you very much for sticking around. So let's get some heavy rain in here, shall we? And I think once that starts to happen, I think everyone will like pick up and leave and go and seek shelter. Yeah, maybe, I think perhaps Lone Jedi was onto something. Maybe the treants are fighting something. Not necessarily us. Oh, God. Those cats are a little loud. Shush, cats. Oh, I really want to get a cat. I really want to get a cat. Let's get some heavy rain in here though. I think the Treants are our friends, right? But it just says enemy, Treant, so they sound like proper cats. They are loud. We need some heavy rain. My internet is still not looking healthy, so I do apologise. Oh no! Your flatmate moved out and took the cat? Oh, I really want a cat. I really want one. I can't get one yet though. Okay, so save current state. So now it's raining. So what I'm going to do is I am going to turn off that, turn off the banquet sounds, the banquet, and I am gonna have this like children screaming and stuff. To make it sound more magical. I wonder what I could. I wonder what I could. I wonder what I could like a sparkling. I wonder if we've got any magical rain. Let's just see. No, I don't think so. Like a sparkle, like a healing spell. Oh, like a healing grain. That's nice. I don't think we've got like a healing grain, but let me see what I can find from healing. That might be nice. I think I know what you mean. Like, I think that this could take us a little while to find that particular rain that we want. There be magic. Let's see what we can find. I think I know what you are. I think I know what you are trying to. So if I look for a healing spell. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what we would call it though. Like, I'm trying to figure out what we would call it. But I think there needs to be perhaps something in this rain that the Treants are reacting to. So I think the Treants aren't necessarily attacking us, but they are attacking something. See what the healing spell sounds like. Oh, that sounds nice. So what I could do, yes. So what I can do is put in the healing spell, and I can actually change the healing spell's type, because at the moment it's a one-shot. So I can actually change it into a sound effect. Yeah? So it can be a sound effect. It has to be constant under the rain. So the only way to do that is to change it into a sound effect, not one shot. First sample delay 0, crossfade between samples, yes. Let's see, does it have a playlist? It just has that one there. So let's see what happens if we. That's just gonna keep playing, I think. Yeah. it's just going to keep playing like that, which could get annoying. So we need to find basically this kind of sound. But yeah, so, and you can do that with everything. Make it very quiet, but it is going to keep doing that. So we could make it very quiet, but you can pretty much do that with anything. So you could even turn the child screaming into music or a one-shot. You could make the child screaming into a one-shot. So if you just want the child to scream at the very start, so we could have that. The child can be a one-shot. And we can also make it start with the mood. So they just get the child screaming when the rain starts. Does that make sense? And then it will only do that. It will only do that once. There you go. So we've done the healing spell, which was a one-shot. We've turned that into a sound effect. And it's only got one element in the playlist. So we actually could add more samples here if we wanted to make it longer. So if we didn't want it to just keep playing this Cure Serious Wounds sound over and over and over again, which could become really repetitive, we could actually search for a sample instead. So we could actually look for healing spell sample. And we could actually add that in, but that is the same sample that we've got there. We could actually look for different kinds of spells. Great idea. So if we look for a spell, we can look for a blade spell. We can look for chromatic orb. Let's see what that sounds like. So that's the chromatic orb there. Do we think chromatic orb could work instead? Maybe? But we've got all of these are samples. So I think we need to find samples that kind of work well together. But even more quiet. Cleric light. Yes. So Lone Jedi says, when I'm doing my editing like this, is it correct that in order to hear the sounds, I have to have an online player connected? Yes, so I have this open, and then I also have the online player app. So this just lets me trigger the sound. The master interface just lets me trigger the sounds, but I need to have the online app open to hear it. And actually, if I was to, for example, if I stop everything now, and I close my my online player, if I try to play anything now, it will actually say something like, can't hear anything. It should say, it used to say it. I don't know if it still does. But it used to, I don't know if it's just because I've got the beta open, but it used to say something like, can't hear any sound. And that would like prompt me to open the online player. So actually nothing is playing, and I'm like, something's clearly wrong here. So I have to go back out, open the online player. And then if I click this again now, we'll be able to hear it again. Yes, it doesn't play anything from the master interface. No, that's correct. So now if I trigger this, there you go. My child's screaming at the very start. Wonderful. But let's keep trying to find the right... so we can add samples into here. So this, we're looking at the element playlist. We can actually is that more like what we want? I don't know if it is, but we can look for the right one. Lone Jojo said I happened to try it this way a couple of days ago and couldn't figure out why no noises were happening. I've forgotten to launch the online player, and the edit page didn't seem to have that warning anymore. Yeah, it used to. I don't know why it doesn't, but it used to come up with a can't hear anything. Make sure your online player is connected. So let's see if we can find is quite nice, isn't it? Maybe we could put that in instead. Just need to have some lovely... Goodberry could be a good one. That's like a healing thing, isn't it? that's like a popping. That's like creating the good berries. But yeah, we could definitely find some things here. I think I might add in these wizard spells. Can I add them into here? So yeah, if I just click plus, it will add them into this element playlist here. I'm just going to add in a few wizard spells because they seem to be about right, and maybe that magic one as well, the wish. There we go. So now, rather than having just the one cure serious wounds, we've now got some wizard spells in there, and it will just randomly play those through. So if I click this now, it will play one of these elements. Definitely needs to be a lot quieter though. And I think that is fine. I think we've just got like a magical undertone to the rain there, and it will just kind of keep healing away. So that's how to create a one shot and then turn it into a sound effect, and then add extra samples into the element playlist. So it's now going to be like random. So we've now got it raining in the forest, and the child screamed only once. Remember, the child screamed only once. We've got some more sapling music there. Cats. Save current state. Okay, so we need to figure out this Treant battle. So do we think that they're just going to start attacking? Do we think that they've been modified in some way or influenced in some way, and they're just going to randomly start attacking people? I think that that's the way we should probably go with it. And maybe that's for the adventurers to investigate. Why did the Treants suddenly start attacking? Why? So I am going to duplicate this mood now that we've put in all of that. So going to be Magical Forest raining copy. Treants attack. Okay, let's make it happen. So you know what we're going to do, right? We're going to go back into here. We're going to take that off of samples. We're now going to type in Treants again. And remember, it came up with all of these things: Treant battle, sapling attack, all of that. Okay, so let's make a battle. So make sure you're on the right mood. We want to get in some sound effects and perhaps some loops as well. So see that I've selected both of those. So I think we want more Treant steps. I think we want some roars. Yeah, that's all good. I've got a really itchy nose. Sorry, guys. We've got some ground crashes. Probably some more noises. Sapling attack. Sapling movement. And you know, we're in battle now, so we probably need some battle music, but I think this sounds really, really good actually, for the fact that we've just whipped that up like that. Okay, so all been copied over already. And we have got some duplicates, and that's because there's more than one Treant. Wow. Okay. I think we've got a good battle going on there. We just need to modify a few things. So I think we need to take out the birds. And I think the unicorn now could probably sound quite scary. So we're going to take out all of the things that sound fun. We're going to turn off the bars of the forest as well. We need some different music. Different music. What else do I want to hear? I want the rain to maybe be a bit closer if it can be. Distance is 3 meters. I think I'm going to make that closer. It's right on top of us now. Not moving. Again, save current states. The band could be playing if you want them to be, but it's very pleasant music. And I think if the Treants have probably I think if the Treants are attacking, they probably wouldn't continue to play. I think we definitely need very fast dramatic music. Yeah. I think I'm gonna bring in that scary, that scary unicorn from before. The musicians on the Titanic. I see. So now we're gonna have that, the unicorn winning. Why didn't we have dancing bears before? I didn't think about it. Okay, so we need some battle music. They're still getting paid to play. Okay, so everything's going wrong, but they're still getting paid to play, so they're going to carry on. Is that what you want to do? It's the gig economy, I know, right? We want some panicking people for sure. I love putting in screams and stuff when when things start to kick off, but it's the music that really makes it. So this sounds really dead without the music. As soon as we get some music in there, it will sound way better. So let's have a look at the Treant battle music, shall we? I'm going to type in Treant battle and I'm going to filter by music. Let's see what the official Treant battle music is. It's not finding it. I found it before. We need some Treant battle music. Not like there is any. need music. Maybe I'll just use the one from the Witchlight. Why didn't I think of that? Witchlight battle? Let's have a look. We could have some lively music for tune. Let's see what this sounds like. It needs to be epic. Okay, so we need some battle music, and let's go for the official Dungeons and Dragons, official content, troll battle. That might work. Why can't I hear any of the music? That's what I want to know. I'm having a little bit of a struggle today. Why doesn't it want to place me? It doesn't want to place me. I think the Treant battle is not having it. Battle at the gate. Big battle music. None of these are playing to me. Which just goes to show that sometimes things just go wrong. Oh, there we go. Big battle music. This is pretty good. You need to make it into part of an encounter. Fight breaks up, but the musicians are like, will the winners pay for the music? Classic big battle music. I wanted to use some of the stuff from Witchlight. I can't find it right now. I think I'm going to make a I think what I'm going to do is make an aftermath one as well. Need to add some strings or something. Is this the wrong music, do you think? It's definitely too, like, generic, isn't it? It needs to be more fantasy, I think. I don't think we've quite got it. I'm going to actually take that out. So I'm going to take that element out. Definitely needs some music, though. It's fine. You can spell, you just can't type. You're the same as me. I can spell, I can't type. And my typing is terrible. Right, whilst we wait to find the right music, what I'm going to do is duplicate and have an aftermath. I want to have an aftermath. And we're going to have... Oh, the forest is still going to be on. But we'll turn all the treants off. Just turn all of these off. And I think that the band starts back up. The band starts back up. There we go. So the only thing we need is the music for the attack. So you want some strings. Band's got to pay the bills, right? So you want some string music, T. These drums seem much more industrial, that's the problem. It's good, but they need something more. Okay, well let's try and find Final Battle Music stringy. This work? How this progresses. I feel like that hasn't kicked in quite yet. So let's try Cragmore. So that's too stringy. I was sure I'd find something in the Witchlight. I'm gonna try it again. If I just put in Witch, I really feel like I'm gonna find it. I feel like I'm gonna find what I want. I always struggle with the music. The music is always the thing that trips me up, isn't it? Always trips me up. Okay, so while Beyond the Witchlight 2 looks like it's labelled as WBW2, so if I put in that and see what music comes up, because fairy picnic music, fairy picnic music, why didn't we have this to start with? Can I change the music at the start? Fairy picnic music, guys. Can I change this out and put fairy picnic music instead? See, I've gone back to being a small child again. Fairy picnic music? Yes? Fairy picnic music. Yes. Chris! Yes, you're here! Right. Magical Forest, we're having a picnic. Can I use this music? The fairy picnic music. What do you think? Let's go back to this one. Right, Chris, I need your help. Chris, I need your help. We need battle music for this magical forest. I'm hoping I'll find it in the wild beyond the Witchlight. We've got a Treant attack. What music is going to go with this? And I would love to use something from Wild Beyond the Witchlight. What's going to work? Witch's Lair music, maybe? Music of Hither, Magic of Prismia. Chris Health, what's going to work? No, I haven't heard much of the second one either. Let's try the music of that. I want some really good music for this. If you can think of something else that isn't Witchlight, then feel free. I always struggle with the music. The last couple of weeks, the music's really tripped me up. Thinking, okay. This is the only thing I'm struggling with is the music for this Treant battle. This could work. T, is this what you were thinking? Like more stringy like this? Chasing Shadows music, this could work. Maybe if we put in some battle drums behind it? I think this could work. What do we reckon? This is a bit more stringy, isn't it? Maybe if we put in some drums behind it? Try the Dark Explorations music as well. I like the Chasing Shadows. I think Chasing Shadows works. Try Knights of Abendego? Okay. Chris is on it. For those of you who don't know, Chris is one of our amazing content creators here at Syrinscape. Lights. Let's take this off. Let's see. This could work. It's my thinking face. I don't know, I kind of like the other one. I think we could use this one. I'm going to try mixing something here. We're going to try this one. But I'm also going to use the other one. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna go for Chasing Shadows as well. I'm gonna try mixing it. They kind of work together, you know? Unless I've got bad ears. I think they kind of work together, you know? I'm gonna turn down Knights of Abendego slightly. And I'm gonna use Chasing Shadows music, but I am gonna first sample, delay between samples. First sample delay is fine. They kind of work. Serum is that Vicki person that's always hanging out everywhere in Twitch D&D space. Thank you. I do try to hang out in other people's streams and see what everyone else is up to. Stream is good. We're about to finish because I'm well over again. You caught us in the middle of a Treant attack. We don't know why they're attacking. Chris says both music pieces have different tempos. At some point they will sound strange. Yeah, I'm sure that they will, but right now they sound fine. There's me with my non-musical brain. Okay, so let's go back through it from the beginning. I feel like that is done, unless anyone else has anything else to add. We have gone over again. We're in a magical forest. And I want the bards to start playing straight away. First sample could be less. 3 to 5 seconds. But hey, it's a magical forest. Anything could happen. Yes, exactly. It's a magical forest. We're here having a lovely time. And I hope that you've learned some extra stuff today. We've learned about... What else have we learned? We've learned about turning a one-shot into a sound effect and adding extra samples. We've got cats. I think we still need to turn those down. But Serum, how are you? I hope that you're well. We have been hanging out everywhere. I do try to go and check out other people's... When I have time, I do try and go and check out other people's streams and have them on in the background while I work. Helps me stay in touch with everything that's going on in the TTRPG universe. But yeah, it is a magical forest. So we're here having a little bit of tea. Having a lovely little time. The banquet sounds are now a little bit too quiet. Sounds a little bit too quiet if you ask me. Let's turn these up. Lone Jedi says, I'm ready for the Syrinscape pop quiz. Not even I am ready for the Syrinscape pop quiz. Not even I am ready for that. We've got unicorns, we've got all of these lovely things. We've got cats because I love cats, so they would be included in my... but we've got a unicorn here, you see, we've got a unicorn. So this is the magical forest, and then it starts to rain. Oh yes, we also turned a sound effect into a one-shot. Now that didn't trigger for some reason. We want that to start with the mood, so we just always try and keep that ticked. So now if we get back out of here and back in again, that child should scream. Whoop! Everything else turned off though. Oh dear. We're not perfect. If anyone is ready for a pop quiz, it's Holly Cook from the forums. I know, Jesus Christ. She is so good. Okay, so it's raining. I think people should start to shout at that point. Probably like, but not like shouting, just like, maybe they get a bit more raucous. Raucous crowd gets a little bit more raucous during this bit. And then there's an attack. And we've got these two pieces of music which are probably going to sound really strange together at some point. But who knows? To me they sound absolutely fine together. To me they sound fine together for now. Okay, and then we don't know why the Treants are attacking, but I figured that would give something for the adventurers to figure out. Why did they suddenly start attacking when it started raining? How good do they sound together, the music? I think that sounds great. personal business. Why did they attack us? Who knows? And then an aftermath where everything goes back to normal. Everyone gets healed. Everyone gets healed. The banquet starts again. Everything is fine again afterwards. Thank you, heroes. Great. So yeah, we learnt a couple of new things today. So I hope that was really cool for you. So let's stop that for now. I feel like I've taken us through that lovely journey. Ah, lovely. So next week's going to be a little bit different. I want to do a festive one, and I don't know whether to do festive wheels or whether to do something that we just make up on the spot. Like, what would we like to hear at Christmas? Like, what are the songs that we like to listen to when we wake up? Obviously, we can't use anything that is copyrighted, so we'll be using some royalty-free music. So what I'm thinking of doing is perhaps grabbing some royalty-free Christmassy music, and showing you how to import those samples in. Maybe. That's actually something that I haven't done before. I've never imported my own stuff. But you absolutely can do that. Here. No, not that one. Here, there you go. You can import samples by yourself. So if you've got MP3s, voices, sound effects, you can actually add those yourself. So we could play around with doing that next week. But I want to kind of make like a non-combat, just a nice festive, you know, by the fire, opening presents, having a drink, maybe having a dance. Nice festive-y kind of things. Perhaps. Maybe some snow, maybe some jingle bells. What do we fancy? Because next week is the last one before Christmas. Holiday festival at the inn. Yeah, maybe we could do like a festive tavern kind of thing with like a feast and some dancing and music. Yes, lots of burping in that one. I took all the burps out of this one because I was like, it's my magical forest. I don't want people burping and coughing. No. Yeah, I think so. Having a nice festive feast, a nice open fire, maybe some snow, maybe you come in from the snow. I think we should try and do something a little bit of festive next week. And I do have some different things to put on the overlay to make it look a bit more festive next week. So I think we'll do that. And then next week is actually our last week before Christmas. And then I won't be back until the new year with this. So you'll have a nice little break from me. But yeah, thanks as always for joining me. I hope that you learned something. I hope that this has given you a bit of confidence to go and try this yourself. If you've ever got any questions or you're having any problems or you're not sure what to do with stuff, just ask. Hop onto our forums or ask us on social media. Interact with us however you want to, and we'll get you some answers. And if you are one of the people watching on YouTube who catches up afterwards, then thank you very, very much for watching on YouTube, and make sure you give me a little like and a thumbs up and a subscribe and all of that lovely stuff. But yes, thank you very much for being here. I hope that everyone had a great time. I really enjoyed making that one, but we are well over time again. So I'll see you guys next week for some more SoundSet Roulette. Go and have a great week. Bye. Thanks as always for watching this episode of SoundSet Roulette. Now, I would love to see you in the chat live next Tuesday at 11 AM Eastern Time, 8 AM Pacific Time, or if you're here with me in the UK, it's at 4 PM. I'd love to see you there and have you contributing your ideas to our festive soundset. So I hope to see you there at twitch.tv/Syrinscape. The link is in the description below.